Welcome to a special edition of Talking Movies from Mumbai. I'm Tom Brooke. Today our focus is on one man. He's often referred to as the King of Bollywood. He's 46 years old, he's made some 70 films. He has a charismatic appeal that extends well beyond India's borders. He is Shah Rukh Khan. As a megastar and producer, he is a force to be reckoned with.
King of Bollywood. I get amazed they call me that, and I think maybe in my deep down inside my heart I feel I don't deserve all this, so I try harder. And maybe that works for me, that I keep on being humbler.
He has legions of fans, and whether it's at the premiere of his latest film in London or at a promotional event in Mumbai, his fans think that Shah Rukh Khan is it.
Everything he does has a style, has a statement which everyone can look forward to.
He's charismatic, and whatever movies he works in, it just works like magic.
He is a man who came out of no connections to any film family. He has worked his way through, he's paid his dues, he's worked very hard and grown with the audience.
The dimensions of his stardom are mind-boggling. Although his stature has taken a bit of a beating recently, he's still described as the world's biggest film star. Not surprising, given that Bollywood cinema reaches an audience far larger than Hollywood's, an estimated 3.5 billion people. To his big-name colleagues in the industry, what enables Shah Rukh Khan to transfix audiences is his humanity.
He has a very human heart. He's come from Delhi, a middle-class family, and as a self-made man, become everything that he is, the biggest movie star in the country, completely on his own terms. And everyone feels that, if he can do it, I can. And there's a relatability to him, and he's humble, and at the same time he has, the qualities that every mother would want in her child, or every wife would want in her husband, and every kid would want in her dad. He has all of those in him, so that makes him more than just this movie star who sings you incredible songs. It makes him a brand or a commodity which everyone relates to, and hence why he has become more than just a movie star.
From the time he first began working as an actor in television almost 30 years ago, Shah Rukh Khan has been a constant presence for Indian audiences, part of their lives. Well, Shah Rukh Khan, a very warm welcome to Talking Movies. Let me start off by asking you, when did you actually realise that you could act and that you could engage with the process and that people would actually respond to your acting?
I still don't know that, Tom, to be really honest. A lot of people, you being generous when you say that when you realize that you can act, most of the people still think I can't act. And I don't think so myself. I get so nervous doing it. I know my lines, I know what I'm trying to play, but there is many a slip, between what you think you want to do and the action that you finally do. Sometimes I find myself doing things which I think, am I silly doing this? I'm a very shy person. I'm kind of, as I'm getting older, I'm becoming more and more reclusive. I like to be on my own. I can't go to a party. I can't stand with people. I can't go and buy things on my own in a shop. I can't travel alone. I'm very shy. If an air hostess comes and asks me twice, do you want this? And I'm like, no, I won't eat, but I can't order. I'm like that. And so for this shy person, it becomes a huge, huge gift that I can be somebody else, and it's nearly schizophrenic. And I can just go and do something and not feel responsible, not feel shy, not feel odd, not feel awkward. So I actually act just to cover up my awkwardness. I've done so many love stories, and a lot of my co-actresses and all my friends and ladies, they say, oh, you're so romantic. I've never in my life been able to go and say hello to a girl at a party. The first person I said it to was my wife, and I married her quickly. And I've never been able to go and chat up a girl. I'm shy of women. And I'm a romantic hero who goes and does some really strange thing. I go down my knees and I fall in love and I cry and I hug them and I kiss them. So I do all that I can't do in real life. So I don't know whether I'm acting or whether it's just voyeuristically living some other life of some other person and then quietly this shy boy is looking at him. So I really don't know. I'm very nervous acting, but I get very thrilled doing it. It's a strange dichotomy that I'm very nervous going in the morning and standing in front of the camera, but as long as I'm not me, I'm just very happy doing it. I just feel very thrilled.
With your fans, I mean, some of them get very, very intense. Does that concern you that they are so preoccupied, almost obsessional about you?
Well, I'm happy. I'm obsessed about them too. I really like them. I think it's nice to have an obsession, and without trying to sound self-important, I think I'm a good obsession to have. I'm kind of okay to obsess with. I'm all right. I will never let you down. As an actor, as a person, I'll work my whole life to make sure that if you've told your friend, you know, this guy is good, I will never let you down. As an actor, as a person, and I know people believe when you act in movies that there are other qualities attached to you which necessarily not be true. You know, I'm not as good as they think I am. I do my stuff, and maybe if they met me in real life, they'll get bored by me or they may not like me. But I try to live up to the expectations, even in my personal life. It's not a difficult task at all, because it's a small ask. You have given me so much. I'm so happy to be here. This is the least I can do, that I deserve the love. So if they obsess about me, and if they say something, I'm quite okay with that. I think you should be obsessed with me. It's absolutely all right. I will be, I'm a good obsession to have, and I will make sure that your obsession doesn't let you down.
Do you think because you do have such a powerful following that there's a responsibility to your fans to steer them in the right way, to be the right kind of role model?
I'm socially very responsible, but very privately so. I don't make a public display. I find it strange to have charity balls. And it's very Islamic. We don't talk about things that we do in the name of Allah or in the name of charity. So I keep that very private, and I'm very happy with that. Of course, some causes I lend my name to, because it's important people get to know, whether it's for typhoid, whether it's for polio. So I do all that. But I just, my responsibility to the fans is that I should just tell them how I lead my life. And you make the choice. If you like it, do it. If you don't like it, my life is not the best one to take any cues from.
What about brand endorsement, though? You do a lot of that. Do you ever get concerned that you might be endorsing products that aren't good for people?
There have been times, like when it comes to alcohol or cigarettes, which I don't mind endorsing, but I don't, because I think in the larger context it's the wrong thing to do. I deliberate a lot before I say yes to a brand, unless I'm making a big budget film and I need the money. And then I'm like, okay, let me just do this. I'm really sorry.
You're shameless.
I'm shameless then. I'm shamelessly, give it to me, it's for a bigger, better cause, for movie making, because that's what I live for.
I know you want it, but you're never gonna get it. तेरे हाथ कभी ना आनी, माने ना माने कोई दुनिया ये सारी मेरे इश्क की है दीवानी.
When you're talking about cinema, isn't there a need, though, to be responsible? Is it all right for a Bollywood film to portray a woman as a very submissive personality? Isn't there a need to perhaps to adjust to more modern conditions?
I think so, yes. And I think most of us, in the era of the last 15, 20 years, actors, producers, directors, and I think that was the reason in the 90s the films did well with the Western audience, and in India also. We started treating women as equals in movies. Otherwise, perhaps we don't know, that's a huge discussion, but in movies, actresses were not just sex pieces. Of course, we still have, item songs, what we call in Indian films, where a girl is bikini clad and has a dance and gyrates and looks really sexy. We actually have item songs with me also. So, I mean, it's not like I'm being mistreated. I think we treat girls and boys equally, as long as we can have an item song. But I think the last 15, 20 years, I think the role, we may not have a lot of women-dominated films as yet. Those are smaller budget films. And to me, it's a personal, genuinely a personal issue. And a woman not being portrayed rightly in a film. I would never do a film as an actor or as a producer with a woman. Yeah, you can be naughty, you can be sweet, you can crack a few jokes. But overall, a woman's treatment in a film should be top class, as they should be treated. As a matter of fact, I think most of my love stories are done well for me, because I treated women very well in my film and the storytelling. More than personally, I think my storytelling treated women as equal. I think that's one reason people think I'm a good romantic hero, because my girls have always been respected.
अब तो मेरा दिल जागे न सोता है, क्या करूँ हाय, कुछ कुछ होता है, क्या करूं हाय
Shah Rukh Khan is well known for his romantic roles, but he's a reflective actor and producer who's stirred by real-life events. He's a Muslim in a country where Hindus far outnumber Muslims. Last year, he addressed the issue of Muslim profiling set against the backdrop of post-9/11 America in the film My Name is Khan.
I personally believe, and not only because I'm Muslim, but you read the newspaper, you see the world around, and there was this whole, a very clean divided line that was being made in misunderstanding that all Muslims are terrorists. And I thought I should be one of the few people, at least in India, to tell people that being Muslim is not necessarily being a terrorist or a bad guy, or the world should not be divided like this. One world and one Islamic world, no, because that will create more problems. So I do try once in a way to have some issue-based films with songs and dances, with the trappings and the parameters of commercial cinema. But now, as years are going by, I'm doing it more often. But the next one I want to do, I just want to do a madcap romantic comedy, just over-the-top demented one, because I get tired sometimes, trying to have an issue and so many things to handle in a film. But I want to do like a madcap comedy, so I just relax and then get back to another issue-based thought.
You are, it goes without saying, an incredibly successful actor. Have you found that being a Muslim has ever put you at a disadvantage career-wise, or are you aware of discrimination against you?
No, not at all. I think the Indian film industry is the most secular place to find a job in. I don't even know if anybody knows anybody else's religion while we're working together. The religion is entertainment and happiness and colors and dancing and, just telling a story. I've never been disadvantaged as far as being a Muslim is concerned in this industry or in this country. My kids are being brought up in all kinds of religions. My wife is Hindu, actually. So we've never had this issue. I think as secular as we are in this house, in my own private life, film industry has been like that. And I think I personally have been treated by the film industry more, in the nicest way possible, more than any other actor in the last 30-40 years.
Coming up on Talking Movies, more from Mumbai and our interview with Shah Rukh Khan. What does the Indian superstar think is the way forward for Indian cinema?